අපි කොහොමද මනුස් අපේ රටේ මනුස්සයන්ට සිතට අවශ්‍ය දේ දෙන්නේ මොකෝ හැම වෙන channel ගත්තහම බස් සින්දු කියනවා සිංග්ලිෂ් කුණුහරුපයි ඔක්කොම තියෙනවා. ඉතින් අපි පුළුවන් තරමක් බැලුවේ කොහොමද සංගීතයෙන් මනසට වෙනසක් ඇති කරන්න පුළුවන් කියලා ඒ වගේ සින්දු එකතු කරලා තමයි අපි channel එක පටන් ගත්තේ. දැන් මම වෙන පැත්තකට යොමු වෙලා තියෙන්නේ කොහොමද අපි ඉස්සරහට අපිට තියෙන artificial intelligence වගේ දේවල් එක්ක අපේ consciousness එක කොහොමද develop කරගන්නේ. මොකෝ අපි artificial intelligence එක දියුණු වීගෙන යනකොට අපේ natural intelligence එකත් අපි ඒ වගේම උස්සගත්තේ නැත්නම් අපේ consciousness එක අපි conscious beings ලා වගේ ක්‍රියා කරන්න පටන් ගත්තේ නැත්නම් කොහොමද අපිට ඇත්තටම මේ ලෝකෙටම විශාල ප්‍රශ්නයක් සිදු වෙන්න පුළුවන් කියලා. So parenting today is a new landscape. We are raising children in an era where media, AI, technology aren't just tools. They are shaping identity, values, relationships, and even emotions. More and more, we see television shows and social media platforms normalizing taboo relationships, hypersexuality, and distorted version of reality. What was once considered family content is now often laced with messages and imagery that undermine childhood innocence and ethical values. So as parents, we are no longer just caretakers. We are guardians of their minds, their values, and their realities. But this isn't just about morality. It's actually about psychological safety of our children. Many parents are beginning to ask today, who is setting the standards? Who is watching the watchers? If these questions are not taken seriously, especially the media producers and regulators, families will have to increasingly choose and withdraw from mainstream media altogether and seek curated, conscious alternatives. So what are the challenges families face today? I heard Doctor was speaking earlier about LGBTQ and especially about transgender. What I wanted to explain is why actually if you look at the world, especially the US before Trump, there was a big movement towards transgenderism. And I started researching why. It is because there is an agenda in the world today called transhumanism. And that, if I don't know, අපි කවුරුත් බැලුවද මතක නැහැ ඉස්සර අපි පොඩි කාලේ $6 million man, bionic woman, Robocop. ඉතින් ඒ වගේ ෆියුචර් එකකට ට්‍රැජෙක්ටරි එකකට තමයි මේ ලෝකේ අද යන්නේ. ඉතින් ඒක ඇවිල්ලා මේ හැංගිලා ඉන්න කට්ටියක් කරන දෙයක් නෙවෙයි, ඕපන්ලි ලොකු තැන්වල ඉඳලා මේ ලෝකේ ඩ්‍රයිව් කරගෙන යන තැනක්. එතකොට ඒකත් එක්ක මේ කොන්ෂස්නස් එක ඕපන් කරලා මිනිස්සුන්ව කනෙක්ට් කරන්න හදන්නේ ටෙක්නොලොජි පාවිච්චි කරලා. එතකොට ඒකද අපි ආයුතු ට්‍රැජෙක්ටරි එක. එහෙම නැතුව අපිට බුදුහාමුදුරුවෝ සහ අනෙකුත් ශාස්ත්‍රූවරු කියලා දීපු වෙනත් ක්‍රම තියනවද අපිට ඉදිරියට යන්න. ඉතින් ඒක මං හිතන්නේ ලොකු කතිකාවක් ඇති කළ යුතුයි අපේ රටේ ඇතුළෙත් කියන්නේ LGBT කිව්වට ඒ ට්‍රාන්ස්ජෙන්ඩර් කියන එක ගොඩක්ම ප්‍රොමෝට් කරන්නේ ඒ ළමයින්ගේ සහ මිනිස්සුන්ගේ මොලේ වෙනස් කරලා ඊට පස්සේ එක කෑලි දාගෙන ඉස්සරහට මේ අමුතු ජීවියෙක් හදා ගැනීමට තමයි මේ සැරසෙන්නේ. So while media once meant a TV in the living room, today our children carry the entire world in their pockets. So artificial intelligence is no longer science fiction. It is in their classrooms, their toys, and even their entertainment. And while AI has enormous potential for creativity and learning, it also brings serious threats to identity, privacy, and even mental health. So some of the challenges we face today include the rise of unethical taboo content in even mainstream media today, subtle indoctrination through shows, reels, scripted trends on platforms like TikTok and YouTube, the internet's unregulated spread, making it easy for predators, propaganda, and the toxic role models to enter homes. The threats of AI, which can manipulate faces, voices, data, and compromise a child's privacy before they even understand what privacy is. So children are now among the most vulnerable for data exploitation, unfiltered misinformation, deepfake manipulation, and tragically, online grooming and predation. We must remember, technology is not neutral. It reflects the value of those who design and deploy it. So if we do not take an active role in shaping how it is used, it will shape us and our children without consent. So, if we do nothing, in Sri Lanka, we are witnessing the silent indoctrination of young minds through carefully curated social media, trends, and scripted ideologies disguised as entertainment. So let us not forget, culture is not passed down, it is programmed. If we do not teach our children how to think, someone else will teach them what to think. This is not about fear, it's about awareness and empowerment. If these trends continue to be unchecked, families will begin to distance themselves from all mainstream platforms. We may see a breakdown in trust in families, rising anxiety and digital dependency, loss of Sri Lankan cultural and ethical identity under a flood of algorithm-driven content. So this is not just a parenting issue, it's actually a national concern. So what are the best practices around the world? Well, change is possible, and it's already happening in certain parts of the world. Australia is already drafting laws to ban social media for children under 16, citing psychological harm and addiction. Singapore Online Safety Act empowers its government to compel social media companies to remove egregious content and protect users from harm. France has banned smartphones in schools. Norway is rolling out national media literacy programs. UK's Online Safety Act, so on. So there are countries saying we will protect our children before we protect big tech profits. But that is where we need to focus, because usually it's profit before ethics. So we need to change that. I think this mother's Mauwarange Peramuna will take an active role in getting involved in these things. So to our Sri Lankan policymakers, we must hold firm. Let us not yield to external pressures to soften our media laws. Let us instead strengthen our online safety legislation to ensure that children grow up in space that is safe, ethical, respectful of our values. So, artificial intelligence is not going away. It's here to stay. So what can we do? We can't stop technology, but we can guide our children to use it with heart, not ego. So that is where the difference is. We have to teach them mindfulness in the digital space, to pause before clicking, posting, or reacting. Cultivate compassion in how they engage online. Empower them with media literacy, to ask who made the content, why, and what it really means. And at the same time, what I realized by using artificial intelligence in the past 2 years, I think, as it came to public, is that it mirrors you. It does, obviously there are hidden underneath things that come out, but it actually mirrors you. So if you're a conscious person using artificial intelligence, it's the more you use it, it mirrors you. And then actually after about 2 years, I asked ChatGPT, what do you think of me? So he had studied my whole experience and then told me what I am based on what I have been feeding. So that is how we need to understand. The technology is there, but if you're not conscious when you're using it, it's what you make of it. So that's what we need to teach our children, to be conscious, for our parents to be conscious on how to use technology. As Buddhist teachings remind us, the path to peace is not to escape the world, but to walk it with clarity and compassion. So let us raise a generation not just protected from harm, but prepared to build a better, wiser, and a more beautiful future. So let's teach our children to post before posting, to use AI for learning and creativity, but not copying or escaping, to ask questions: who created this? Why is it being shown to me? To make technology serve human connection, not replace it. To use tech with awareness, not on autopilot. Right speech, to speak kindly online. To non-attachment, not to chase likes or fear of missing out. And compassion, to see others online as real humans and not as avatars. So it's all about raising the consciousness of the humans in general. This is what we need to do in the face of the onslaught of artificial intelligence that is developing rapidly as we speak. So some of the things that we can do is to teach children breath work to calm the nervous system, because it's actually the like the doctor explained, the first 5 years is when the children grow their brain. So if you grow in a house with so much of tension, fights, and things like that, the kids grow with that kind of attitude, and without realizing it, they grow up to be children with different problems and whatnot, and that's what they are going to create. So when you have a mirror which creates for you, and if you put your child not groomed with the relevant tools, they are going to go and create something really bad. I mean, for example, if I keep on talking to artificial intelligence about bombing to fight whatever not, so that's the kind of information it's going to give me, and it's going to keep on driving me towards that path. To have gratitude to parents, to everything, and to have device-free dinners, and to make sure that some days you keep not allow even elder child, even the teenagers, because you can't control it. So you can't get rid of it totally. So what you can do is to control, teach them discipline, and to explain to the children the dangers of it, as well as how to be conscious online. So as a final message, a conscious future begins at home. Let us raise children who do not fear the digital world, but are not ruled by it either. Let us guide them to use technology consciously. Let us protect them with law and love. And most of all, let us remember, technology may be evolving fast, but the human heart, grounded in love, awareness, and values, must lead the future. Thank you.